Okay, let's hope the sirens don't start back up because they've really been hindering my filming today. Hello everybody, my name is Danny and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the second tome around book tag, which is such a funny name. I love the pun, and I will link down below booktube with Amy's video. I found it on her channel, and I also link the original for you to check out. This is just a really fun tag that I was not tagged to do, but I will be doing nonetheless, as with most of the tags that I do on this channel. There are, I think, 10 questions all about buying books secondhand. So let's get into it. Question number 1 is just, do you buy books secondhand? And yes, I do. I buy most of my books secondhand, not including manga. Manga I usually buy new because I buy like when a volume comes out, and you don't really see manga in secondhand stores that often. But if we're not looking at manga, we're just looking at regular books, I would say about 80-85% I buy secondhand. I very rarely buy books brand new unless it's one that I really want to get my hands on. Question number 2 is, what is your latest secondhand purchase? And I got The Wide Window by Lemony Snicket. It is book 3 in a series of Unfortunate Events, which is a series that I've been collecting secondhand. It just feels right to buy those books secondhand. I don't know why, but the store had 3 and 8, no other books in the series, so it's very interesting that those are the ones there. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I need 3, but I already have 8, so I took the chance and I bought 3 and left 8 behind, and I was correct in remembering which ones I needed. Now I just need 9, 10, 11, and 12, and I will have the whole collection. Question 3 is, what condition do you find acceptable? And I was going to say, as long as the book isn't missing pages, but like, I have definitely bought books that were missing pages, so like, clearly that's not the standard. I can deal with broken spines and like folded over pages and stuff, but like, if the book is falling apart, I'm not gonna buy it. Question 4 is, after you read a book, do you keep it or do you redonate it for someone else to buy? And it depends. If I really liked the book, then I'm gonna keep it, but if I didn't like it, or if I liked it but don't see myself ever rereading it, then I will donate again, or I'll give it to someone I think would like it better. For example, I bought The 13th Tale a couple years ago, and I recently read it, and while I did enjoy it, I don't think I'm going to reread it, but I do think my mother would like it, so I'm going to give it to her to read. Question 5 is, do you have a favorite place that you like to go to when looking for secondhand books? And I have one thrift store that's pretty much down the street from me. Like, it's not within walking distance, but it's very close. And it has a small selection of books, but I do like going there. There's a couple of Goodwills that are like further away, but have a much larger selection. I love free little libraries, but there's only one anywhere near me, and it doesn't get used very often. But I really love this one bookstore, not bookstore, but like a regular secondhand store that had a really big selection that I used to work at, but that is in New Jersey, and I live in Pennsylvania now, so I don't really get to go there very often except for when I'm visiting my parents. Question 6 is, do you have a preference between hardback and paperback? And I really don't. I like both of them equally. And the final question, which is number 7 and not 10, because I, for some reason, thought there were way more questions than there were, is, have you found any gems while secondhand shopping? And for that, I'm going to say Inkheart by Cornelia Funk. It is the first book that I bought myself with my own money when I was like 8 or 9 years old. And it was at this little used bookstore in New York that was like a really small building and had floor-to-ceiling stacks. It was so cramped in there and smelled so good, like old books, and there was a cat sleeping in the window, and it was just the cutest place ever. And I bought Inkheart, and I loved it. And then a year later, I ended up going back to that bookstore because we were in the same town again, and I bought the sequel, Inkspell. And it's just a really sweet memory, and Cornelia Funk is one of my favorite authors, so that's the gem that I consider my crowning jewel in terms of secondhand book shopping. And then there's like this optional challenge of finding books to donate so that other people can buy them secondhand. And I recently dropped off a couple of books at the little free library near me. I dropped off The Murder Farm and The Dante Club, and then I'm also going to be donating Dealing in Dreams and In a Cottage in a Wood. because I DNF'd both of those and don't want to keep them on my shelf, so I regularly shuffle books out of my collection and donate them. And that is all for me for this tag. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.